show up on time? Did the food?
Yeah.
We got to get dinner.
Yeah. Food is not a problem.
Yeah.
Yesterday,
Right.
we got fed.
You panhandle.
You did, good.
I had some.
Who made the most panhandling?
The three of us were the only ones that panhandled together. We did the panhandle.
How much did you take in?
I think like 25, but we stopped when we thought we had enough to get dinner.
Yeah.
So we gave some away. We spent some on like a drink earlier in the day. We did it at like 2 separate times. We did it earlier, and then when we realized we didn't have enough for us to eat dinner, we sat back down and set up shop and did it for a little bit longer. And it was interesting. We saw like patterns during it that were not unexpected, just like it was funny that you saw patterns. The way that more men gave us money, more African Americans gave us money. Women were inclined to ask how we got there, what our problems
Yeah,
were,
they're probably
that
worried
kind of
about
stuff.
you.
How long we've been there and that kind of stuff, and that was only women. And then we didn't have any white people give us money until the very last two were two young couples about our age. One was even younger, and they were the first two, or there was four of them because they were two couples, and they were the only white people that gave us money the whole time.
I think tourists are the other group that don't. They don't give because they're kind of blown away by seeing people in the streets. They don't know what to do.
I honestly think that this experience hit me so much harder than I ever thought it would. Like I honestly think that I can speak for all of us that it's been a life-changing experience. Extremely humbling, and I think for the three of us, it was yesterday during the day when we were in Franklin Park, and just the compassion that we felt from total strangers in the park that learned that we were homeless and that wanted to help us and give us all the information that they had. We had people coming up to us, calling their relatives that they knew worked at a shelter or were telling us exactly where to go, putting us first in line to get food, coming to us and praying with us, holding our hands. Women cried next to us. It was just a really, really great experience that I never thought that I would get out of this. And I am so thankful that we were able to do this all together.
Are people glad they did a second night?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure you feel a little bit more confident or streetwise after.
I have to say after, because the three of us got so far into the story, unintentionally almost. It kind of started as, where are you from? Delaware. What happened? Family problems, and it just built up, and it came to a point where these people were giving us their things. And I can speak for Ashley, and I'm sure Jillian too, we felt a guilt feeling, because I would rather not eat for 2 days than feel that I was taking food off the table if somebody needed it. And we came back actually yesterday because we didn't know what to do. We were like,
We walked all the way back here because we were in the park, and it was just every person was coming up to us and giving us what they had, giving us their t-shirts, giving us their food, and it just, like, the experience was great, and it has totally changed my perception, but it got to a point where all I was feeling was guilt, and that I didn't want this lie to go on anymore because I wanted to give them all that I had. And it was just, it turned into a time where we had to get away from it. We walked down to the Lincoln Memorial and that area and just had to sit and collect our thoughts. And then we actually walked all the way here to talk to you and ask you what we should do because we were scared to see them again because it was just, I don't know.
not because, like,
Not
we weren't
that
scared
we're
of them.
scared to
We
see
were
them again. We
scared
just
to
didn't
lie.
want to keep the lie going. And then this morning when we were at the church and Ronald, one of the men that helped us yesterday, came up to me and was like, "You made it." And he was so happy to see me there. And I lost it. I was just like, I want to, I don't know. It really was just, I am shocked by the reaction we got from the other homeless people.
I think you're probably the first group where you've had so much response at once.
It was to a point where people were calling their family members. They were making sure they were offering to walk us to shelters because
Yeah.
they were so.
They were like, we'll meet you there
We'll
at
meet you
7.
there at 7 to make sure you got there. We'll see you at breakfast tomorrow morning. They were honestly taking care of us.
But just, you know, I know you feel, the guilt, I can understand that, but just realize that because you're young and you're white, that people, you stand out and people are more likely to be concerned because they know that you're new to the streets. And my advice, you know, if anybody gave you their business card or phone number or email address, you know, you can always contact them or even come back to the DC to look for them and just let them know what you were doing. And
Do you think that's a good idea?
yeah, we've had people do that. And
Because there was a girl that worked for the church who gave me her phone number and offered to take the 3 of us out for lunch on her next week and said, if you're still around, I will pay for your lunch if you can. And she gave us her phone number. And we weren't sure if we should call and explain to her, if we should,
well,
what?
you don't have to. You know, if there's somebody that you just felt really bad about lying to, or they kind of reached out to you with lots of compassion.
I went up to one of the men today that we saw at the church, and